Hi, I'm Charles W. Boatwright with Caspi Golf. Since we're going to have to be moving into the inner facilities to work on a golf game, I decided to take this opportunity to show golfers how they can set up their garage for where they won't get rust on their golf game. Now, I have a putting green where I also have a hitting area at the end of it, get into a tarp. What I'm doing here is I'm working on my shape shots where I'm hitting fades, draws, straight shots. That way I can maintain the feel for my golf game. Then when spring gets here, or when you can play the first opportunity time, you can get out there and enjoy a game of golf without losing your feeling. So what I got here is an 8-iron. I'm hitting what they call almost golf balls, which are excellent for inside of a garage. It won't cause any damage to your sheetrock. Only thing I got is another tarp guarding the window where it won't mess up the blinds. So anywhere where you got something you want to hang a tarp just to stop the ball. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is hit a draw. Now, when the draw is hit, as you think you're going to be set up with your hips in the direction the ball will start out, and then the way you got your club face will bring the rotation, horizontal rotation, back to the left. Now, if you can visualize a car tire, the car is moving in relation to the top of the tire, not the bottom. So what this is doing, it's going to have this rotation. When it hits the tarp, it's going to go in the opposite direction because of the way it's rotating. So if I hit a draw that hits the tarp and goes off to my right, I hit a good draw. Like I said, it should be going in the opposite direction. And what you want to do is try to set up in the middle of that tarp as you can, because you don't want to influence by hitting on either side. And what I do is I pivot. Now, the direction of the ball will travel, I want it to travel in, which is to my left. Since I'm right here, I want to set my left leg away from my center point. Then, since I pivot, I'm going to bring the club face back square with the ball. Now I'm going to do my Palmer D-Pro, which is a Dorothy flex in a pronation. That sets my wrist. Okay, that was a perfect draw. When you hit the tarp, the rotation causes it to go this way, which will cause it to go left. When you hit the tarp, the reaction sent it to the right. Now, I'm going to hit a fade, which for right-handers usually is not a problem. So, when I hit the draw, I close my stance down because I want the ball to go in the direction of my hip. That's the way I want it to start out, then curve back in. A fade, I'm going to open my stance up by pivoting here at my feet. And since I want to go right, I'm going to set my right foot back. Now, when I swing, my swing path will still be in line with my hips and shoulders. And that was a perfect fade. Now I'm hitting these real hard, so there's going to be a lot of reaction coming off the tarp. Now to hit a fade, you want a steeper swing plane. To hit a fade or a draw, you want a flatter swing plane. Now, to hit a straight shot, which I hope this does, now I have a tendency to draw my straight shot, so they may have a tendency to draw off to my right. It went to my left. That's a little bit straight. A little bit straight, still has a little bit of fade in it. Still, I'm trying to get a straight shot here. Still, one more ball. There it is. So this is a good way to use your garage, because the same setup on presetting your wrist is the same for this shot in a small area, confined area. It is hitting off the tee box. The same thing, the setup, the wrist action, the planes, they're all the same. This way you can maintain your technique and mechanics through the winter, and your feel for the game, which techniques and mechanics equal feel, will help you out on the golf course when you return. Now, in March of 2002, I had an opportunity to interview Colonel George Robert Hall, who was held as a POW at the Hanoi Hilton. When I talked to him, some of the wrist action that he used in his cell to survive his 7.5-year captivity helped him to maintain his golf swing as well. When he got out, released in February of 1974, the following March, he was asked to play in a New Orleans, or the Greater New Orleans Open Pro-Am, specifically for the POWs. And less than 6 weeks after his release, he shot his handicap of 6 with some of the best pros at that time. So even though you're maybe in a garage, as Colonel Hall was in a cell, you can still work on presetting the wrist. If you can preset your wrist, 80% of your golf swing is completed. Until next time, it's Charles W. Boatwright with Caspi Golf. Thank you.